Greetings, my hoodoo boos. It is the African witch bitch. Hi, welcome. Really quickly now, I have been getting a lot of requests to do a skull candle spell. A lot of people are asking me, which bitch, what is a skull candle spell? What exactly is it? So I'm going to explain to you exactly what it is, and I'm going to do one really quickly. Now, skull candles are perfect if you want to command a situation where you want to implant your thoughts inside the head of your target. Now, I have to give you guys a warning. You have to be as ethical as possible when doing this, meaning this: you can't implant some fucked up thoughts in somebody's head. I think skull candy spells are perfect for protection work. And I'm going to explain to you what I'm about to do in a minute. They're also great if you want to implant or change a behavior. Like, let's say you have a habit that's fucking with you. Like, let's say you overeat or you snackalicious and you've gained weight and you want to implant inside your mind to eat healthier for weight loss. Skull candle spells are perfect for weight loss because you can implant good intentions in your own brain. The color of the candle all depends on the situation. For instance, let's say you have a deadbeat ass son who don't want to do anything but sit on his ass. He's 24 years old. He eats up all your snacks. He farts and just lays around, and you want him to get off his ass and light a fire. Bam, that's how you do it. You can implant the right thoughts into your son's head. For something like that, I would use a green candle because it has to do with him getting off his ass, him going out and getting money. And let's say you want to do protection work. White is good for any color. Actually, you can use white to substitute any color, but white is also good for calm and protection. And I chose white for this spell in a minute. I'm going to explain it. If you want to do um, anything in regards to love or family, okay, love, you can use red candles or pink candles depending. Anything that has to do with friendship or family, you can use a blue candle. Like, let's say you got into it with your auntie and she's sitting around with her fat ass and she like to sit up and talk shit about you all the time about how short your skirts are or this, that, and the third. Well, you can implant some nice things inside your auntie's head so she's not a straight up bitch to you. That's just an example. Now, for this particular spell is for a client. She has a little boy who's 9 years old, and school is back in session in the part of the country where she's in. Why, I do not know, but nonetheless, this is where we're at. So, all last year, her son was being bullied by a classmate, and she hit me up in my email. Her knee-jerk reaction was to put the little kid in the sour jar, and I was like, skirt, no, he's a kid. He's only 9 years old. You don't want to put a 9-year-old in a sour jar. Don't do that. How about this? How about you do a sweetening spell to sweeten the situation, or you can do a skull commanding spell to implant, certain thoughts inside the target's mind. So this is what I'm doing for her now. And the first thing we do when we get started is we have to cleanse, baby. So right here, I get me a fireproof dish. You guys know I love using my abalone shell. And right now I am going to cleanse using mugwort and vervain. Those are the herbs that I'm using today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to light these bitches, get them good and flamed up. I got some mugwort and some vervain right here. These two herbs are perfect for protection and calm. If you want to use protection work, like vervain is good, and both of them are actually really good protection herbs, and anything that has to do with calming a situation. But you gotta be careful if you're fucking with mugwort, because if you're pregnant and you ingest it, like drinking it in a tea, that can cause you to miscarry. So ladies, be careful. And I know these herbs are kind of hard to come by, but I sell them on my website for next to nothing. All you gotta do is click on it. I'm gonna leave it in the description box below. So get it nice and smoky, and then you cleanse the candle. This candle right here, I said, is for a lady. Her son is being bullied. So this is what I'm doing for her. So you remember what I said. You take the candle, cleanse everything you're using first. I cleanse this candle. Then I'm going to take a screwdriver. Y'all know I love to work with screwdrivers. You don't need no fancy shit in hoodoo. I done told y'all, if y'all don't know nothing else about me, you should know that I'm a cheap bitch. Heat it up, because you're going to end up inserting this candle. Now, you're going to insert it in the bottom. You're going to scoop out the bottom part of the candle. Make you a little bitty hole, not too much, like you see I'm doing here. And if you don't have a skull candle, they're actually kind of expensive in my opinion, because like I said, I'm a cheap ass bitch. But you can go on my website and you'll see a very cost effective price. You might slap your own mama when you look on my website and see how cheap I'm serving up these herbs and these candles. Go on there and breeze through the AfrikanWitchBitch.com. African spelt with a K. You hollow you out a nice sized little hole. It don't have to be all big and elaborate, honey. Look, check that out. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me hold it up. Not too big, not too small. You're only going to, okay, so once you get this hollowed out, you're going to stuff this candle with some Vervain. Not much. It don't take much. And you're going to stuff it with some Mugwort, the same stuff I burned in this fireproof dish. Then you're going to take you a petition paper and you're going to write the name of your target on a very small piece of paper. Depending on how big your candle is, as you can see, these skull candles are the ones that I make, and they're very small. They sit in the palm of your hand. You don't need much in hoodoo. Remember, I done told y'all that. And I'm going to write the little boy's name on here. Very small, just his name on one side of the petition paper. And then you're going to flip the petition paper over and write your son or whoever, like your name. Like, for instance, I'm doing this to stop a bully situation. But if I were doing this for, let's say, an employee or an employer, I'd put my name and the employer's name on the side. If I'm doing this for a family member, I would put my name and the family member's name on the on the side. And the reason why I chose these specific herbs is because when dealing with the bully situation, Mugwort and Vervain are great protection herbs. Plus, Mugwort stops evil. I consider bullying evil, but instead of me wanting to give that little 9-year-old boy or advising her to give him that work, which I do not, agree with, you just want him to just have in his own mind to stop picking on this other kid. And maybe they can be friends. You know how kids are, whatever the case may be. But what you do want is you want the negative thoughts and actions towards you or towards your target to stop. So that's why you put both their names on a teeny weeny bitty petition paper. Okay. Then you fold it towards you, turn it clockwise, fold it towards you one more time. You're going to get it as teeny as possible. Turn it clockwise and fold it towards you one more time. And then I'm going to stick this petition paper inside like this, as you can see, with the herbs. Then I'm going to take the leftover wax that I scooped out and stuff it right here inside, back in the candle to seal it back up. Pack as much as you can. It don't have to be pretty, baby. Stuff this shit right in here. Take you your match, and you can melt it down a little bit to make it stuff in there easier. Yep, perfect. Once you got it there, the herbs are packed in here. Get the wick standing up. Move all this to the side. You're going to take some commanding oil. This is African Witch Bitch commanding oil. I make this myself, or you can use a stop evil oil. And you're going to saturate the outside of the candle in a clockwise position. Just a few drops. It don't take much. And you're going to put your intent in this candle that you want, whatever thought it may be. In this case, it's a bully situation. I want ex-bully to stop picking on my son or my daughter. I want my whatever the case may be, them to be friends, because you guys know anything about a bully situation, or if somebody keeps effing with you over and over, that could mess with your psyche. Her kid can't focus in school. It messed with his education. And I mean, I wouldn't suggest that you put a little kid in a sour jar. There's different ways that you can handle a situation, and skull commanding spells are just the way to do it. So you put your intent inside this candle. Your desired outcome is your intent. Whatever the fuck you want to happen and what the completion of this spell, success, whatever that may be to you, that's what you put in this bitch. If you don't do nothing else, if you don't do that, if you just want to stuff some herbs, light a candle, and walk away, bitch, you done wasted all your time and the little bit of money you did spend. Okay? You want it to pop, you gotta put your intent in this bitch, okay? If you're doing this spell for weight loss, you picture yourself wearing that outfit that you want, or going to the doctor and having your doctor tell you the desired results of your blood work for your health. If you want this because your lazy ass son is a bum, picture him getting that job and moving out of your house and living on his own. If you want your mother-in-law or your sister-in-law with her big ass to be nice to you, then picture that bitch being real nice and cooking you a meal and giving it to you. If you want your supervisor to think about you for that promotion, put her ass or his ass in the skull candle and see, don't you know, you just picture yourself getting the news that you got the job. You have to put your intent in this bitch or nothing will pop, okay? Once that's done, you light it. Meditate over it. I sell meditation incense specifically for meditation for like next to nothing on my site. If you have a hard time clearing your head to meditate and focus on your intent of your spell work, you might want to pick up a couple of packs of those incense. This is going to melt all the way down, and the reason why I use foil is it's much easier to clean up. And once this melts all the way down, the spell is complete and you can discard this. Here's a warning. This is can be some very powerful spell work. So I'm gonna need you to allow your integrity and your intent to guide you not to be a fucked up individual by doing some fuck shit or some hoe ass shit to your target. See, I just got good and pissed off and my candle blew out. Because I know I'm gonna get at least 1 or 2 emails about somebody wanting to fucking do a spell like this on their dude who they've been with for 10 years and he don't want to marry you and now you want to force him to marry you. That's some dumb shit, dumbass. If he wanted to marry you, he'd marry you. You wouldn't need spell work to do it. That's fucked up to fuck with somebody's intent in that manner. Or you fucking want to rob a bank and you want to do a skull commanding spell on the teller so that she can just walk up and hand you the money so that it's not a felony, dumbass. No, this is protection work. At least in my opinion. I can't tell y'all how to practice. I just know ethically I wouldn't be able to use a spell like this in an unethical manner because my ancestors would fuck me up. I don't know about y'all. Everybody have different integrity levels, and the only advice that I can give you baby witches out there who know everything, who don't ever want to sit down, listen, and learn, you want to jump knee deep and balls deep into spell work without doing your due diligence, is if you do some shit that's unwarranted or ethically not challenged and it fuck you up, you deserve it. Pay attention to my page. I'm really ethical. I'm an ethical witch. I don't do shit to fuck people up. But a skull commanding spell is a perfect way for protection depending on how you use it. This is a firearm. You can be a wise person and use it for protection if somebody come for you, to secure your household and the people you love, or you can be a dumbass and shoot up the block. It all depends on you. I hope you guys have enjoyed this spell. Talk to you soon. Ashe.